We think the ground beneath us is solid, safe, unmoving, but the truth: Earth is alive. Its crust isn't one piece. It's broken into massive plates, floating on molten rock. They drift just a few centimeters each year, but when they collide, lock, and finally break free, the planet shakes. That's an earthquake. The energy released can be beyond imagination. The largest quake ever recorded, in Chile in 1960, released more power than all the nuclear bombs humanity has ever built. Combined, one quake can shift entire coastlines, raise mountains, and even tilt Earth's axis by centimeters. But here's the part that will haunt you. Quakes don't just happen at the surface. Some strike hundreds of miles deep, so deep they rattle the planet's core. Scientists once measured a shockwave that circled the Earth, not once, but multiple times. The planet rang like a bell. So the next time the ground trembles beneath your feet, remember, it's not just destruction. It's Earth reminding us it's alive. We are walking on the back of a restless giant. A restless giant with a violent heartbeat. Earthquakes, what are they? The sudden shaking of the Earth's surface caused by the abrupt release of energy in the planet's crust. Most quakes, including the familiar light tremors we experience daily, are too weak to do more than rattle our nerves. But the big ones, oh, they rewrite the landscape, sometimes in an instant. On February 22, 2021, a 7.2 magnitude quake struck near the coast of Japan's northernmost island of Hokkaido. It was strong enough to trigger a tsunami and shake buildings hundreds of miles away. People felt it as far as Tokyo, more than 500 miles to the south. What makes this quake notable, though, is that its epicenter was unusually deep, around 22 miles below the surface. Most earthquakes occur along the boundaries of the huge slabs of rock that make up the Earth's crust, called tectonic plates. These quakes originate from the movement or sudden release of energy in the plates, which float on top of the planet's semi-molten mantle. But some quakes, like the one in Japan, seem to come out of nowhere. They happen far from the edges of the plates where scientists expect them. They also occur deeper underground than most, in the planet's cold, hard lower crust. Since the 1960s, scientists have identified more than 100 of these deep focus quakes, most of them along a surprising diagonal swath of the Pacific Ring of Fire, the world's most seismically active region, which includes Japan. So far, scientists haven't figured out why these quakes happen. Are they related somehow to the giant waves that occasionally slam into the region, or the volcanic arc that parallels the western edge of Japan? Or are they something else entirely? What we do know about deep focus earthquakes is that they tend to be less common and less powerful than their shallow counterparts. Most only register between 4 and 6 on the Richter scale. That's still strong enough to collapse buildings, but much weaker than the really big quakes that can level cities. Not all quakes happen along the crust's sharp plate boundaries. Even within a single plate, friction can build up in layers of rock that are moving in different directions. This friction eventually releases energy, causing the rocks to slip suddenly and triggering an earthquake. These intraplate earthquakes, such as the New Madrid, Missouri quake of 1811 to 1812, can be especially dangerous because people living in the middle of a tectonic plate don't anticipate earthquakes. They don't build their houses to withstand one. Whatever their cause, deep focus quakes pose a special challenge for seismologists who study earthquakes. First, there are fewer of them to study. Second, researchers aren't sure how to measure them because standard seismographs, which rely on detecting the surface waves of earthquakes, often can't pick up the telltale vibrations of deep quakes. Third, deep focus quakes don't always produce the telltale precursor signals, such as a sudden uplift or a release of gas from the ground that might warn people of an impending quake. Finally, the remote locations where many deep focus earthquakes occur mean that even if people do have some warning, they may not know what to do. In Japan, government officials use early warning systems that automatically alert people in at-risk areas, giving them seconds to take cover before the shaking begins. Similar systems are being tested in California, but none are in place in most of the world. In the absence of good data, scientists are struggling to answer the basics of deep focus quakes. How deep do they go? How long do they last? How often do they happen? Answering these questions could help experts assess the risk these quakes pose to people who live near them. But without more data, all they can do is watch, wait, and hope for the next one. Then there's the problem of studying quakes that strike deep underground. Unlike shallow quakes whose vibrations can be picked up by instruments at the surface, deep quakes generate signals too weak to detect at the surface. Sometimes, though, scientists can get lucky. A small network of local and regional seismographs can record the waves generated by a deep quake. By analyzing these waves, scientists can learn a lot about the quake, such as its depth, location, and magnitude. But a better solution would be to put instruments directly into the Earth. Logging data from inside the Earth would give scientists unprecedented insight into what's happening during a quake. And thanks to recent advances in drilling technology, that's becoming a reality. Engineers are developing new ways to drill deeper, more accurately, and faster than ever before. With these techniques, scientists may soon be able to put instruments right in the path of a deep focus quake, and that could help them solve the mystery of these quakes once and for all. When it comes to understanding the inner workings of our planet, we've barely scratched the surface. More than 80% of the Earth's volume lies beneath our feet, hidden in the planet's rocky mantle and liquid outer core. For most of human history, this vast realm was a complete mystery, but thanks to advances in technology, we're now beginning to unlock its secrets. One of the most exciting frontiers in planetary science is the study of the Earth's core. Our knowledge of the core comes almost entirely from seismic data collected by networks of global seismographs. These instruments measure the waves generated by earthquakes as they travel through the Earth's interior. By analyzing the paths and speeds of these waves, scientists have been able to map the core's size and composition and even detect its rotation. In fact, the Earth's core rotates slightly faster than the rest of the planet, which could help explain some of the Earth's magnetic field. Another exciting area of research is the Earth's mantle. The mantle is a thick layer of rock that lies between the Earth's crust and core. Despite its immense size, surprisingly little is known about the mantle. That's because it's very difficult to study directly. But in recent years, scientists have made some significant advances. For example, they've discovered that the mantle is not a static, rigid layer, but is instead a dynamic and complex region with a number of distinct layers. Each layer has its own unique composition and physical properties. Another exciting development is the discovery of deep water. Scientists have found that water can exist in the Earth's mantle under certain conditions. This discovery has important implications for our understanding of the planet's evolution and its ability to support life. Overall, the study of the Earth's interior is a rapidly evolving field that holds tremendous promise for the future. As technology improves and new discoveries are made, we can expect to learn more about the Earth's core and mantle and the processes that shape our planet. The more we learn about the Earth's interior, the better equipped we'll be to understand the forces that shape our world and protect ourselves from the hazards that lie beneath our feet. Imagine if we had known more about the 2011 Tohoku, Japan quake before it happened. We might have saved lives. Well, it's not too late. We can still prepare for future quakes by monitoring faults, building smarter structures, and educating ourselves. We can mitigate damage and save lives. It's vital, because while Earth's heartbeat can shake us to our core, it's also the rhythm of life on this planet. This is our digital channel. And if you want to watch more amazing videos, click here.